Hi, my name is Carlo, and today I'm going to talk about this piece written by Beethoven, Symphony Number 2, the third movement, Scherzo Allegro. This piece has basically four sections. In the first section, let I call it A here, and in the second section, let I call it B, and in the third section, let I call it C, and in the fourth section, let I call it D. So to explain exactly what was going on in this piece, I'm going to try to illustrate it by a little story. But I'm going to make sure that I relate to a story that seemed like reasonable. First, let's talk about Beethoven when he wrote this piece. Beethoven wrote this piece in 1802 when he was one of the city in Germany, which is a hard name to pronounce. I think it's Heiligenstadt, something like that. But that was in the summer. But what happened? And at that time, also when he wrote this piece, he knew that he knew that he will not recover from his deafness. So let's say that this problem troubled Beethoven, and he started talking about the problem. Now, since he started talking about it, let's consider that happened in section C. He started talking about this problem. He said, yes, I'm not going to. Oh, what I'm going to do, I don't know. I am deaf, and then I'm a musician, and I have to perform, and I have to compose. What's going to happen? And now, since he talked about it, some friends in section B start to ask him, so what's going on? Why are you talking about those things? And then now he restate the problem again in the same section B at the like basically after we see the question, he restate the problem that happened in the first section, which is basically the same thing that was happening in section A. So he restated after at the end of section B. He restated, which basically a repetition of the same problem that was in section that he was stating in section A. Now, since he's talked about the problem, you know what happened when you talk about something a lot, and then the second thing that happened is since you talk to about something that came ingrained in your mind, and then that create like a kind of affliction. That's one of the reason I will say that in section C now, since the music keep progressing, we call this sadness, a, a moment of sadness, and that's this section. We have like the oboe and the flute playing really high. So, but in this piece, in this section, we said it is sad. But now, in section D, beginning of section D, the piece became very angry, which is expressed by the low instruments, low instruments. I would consider the cellos and double bass, all the instruments, and that happened to them. So now, because he's angry now, there's one thing that came to his mind. Say, well, being angry that will not resolve the problem. So what's gonna happen? There's two choices. Either he became happy, or he became in the same state that he was in section C, which was sadness. That's one of the reasons according to the piece, he became to the same section C, which was sadness, where he became sad to say, to repeat as a and then he keep repeating that refrain. There's a to finish the piece, which until the end of that section. So basically, that's that. This is what was going on in this piece, and then this is the story behind this piece. Even if you don't really you don't know a lot of musical terms, so this is the best way we can explain it. What was going on in this piece. Hope you enjoy. Carlo, bye.